My name is DIane. And I am president of the Marlborough Township Education Association. Which represents 780 teachers, instructional and library assistants, secretaries, clerk typists, bus drivers, bus attendants, child study team staff, certified and registered nurses, computer technicians, courier and certified occupational therapists, and assistants. In September, we accepted a state-appointed fact finder's report, hoping that it would bring this bargaining crisis to an end and that we could begin to repair the damage that had been done. You rejected that report. Make no mistake. Serious damage has been done to this community, to our members, and to the relationships that make this a great place to raise a family and educate children. Speaking as a parent, I share the goal of all parents to provide our children with every opportunity possible to succeed in life. I'm proud to be an educator in Marlborough, alongside my colleagues in classrooms, offices, on bright yellow buses, and in the hallways of our schools. These are tough economic times, believe me, we know that. But the board should keep in mind that we've seen the facts, we've seen the audits, we've read the fact finder's report. The MTEA even worked with you to secure more state aid and pass school budgets, but all you've done is demand that we do more with less. And we've done that because we care about our students. Even though we are, by every measure, a wealthy district, Marlborough spends $1,153 less per pupil than an average school district in New Jersey. And even though we have the lowest per pupil expenditure in the county, our test scores are the top. Do you know how you get results like that? With talented, committed staff who keep the students as their prime focus. It isn't this board that should take credit. There isn't a teacher, an instructional aide, a school nurse, secretary, or bus driver who walks in the doors of their school and thinks about the board. We think about our students. To give these children everything we've got, no matter how the board tries to nickel and dime us. You have made every bargaining cycle a challenge and a chore, whether the Dow was at 14,000 or 7,000. Are sent, or how many notices you post looking for $300 a day babysitters, it's never been for you or about you. You want to play games and release statistics, most of which are wrong, by the way, in an effort to undermine us, to weaken us, or to demonize us, then I'm sorry to inform you, we are educators and we are not afraid. I know you taught for a brief stretch, but long enough to know how challenging our work is. And I cannot fathom why you are so obstinate in this bargaining position. Maybe you've just forgotten what it's like to be on the other side of the desk. Your decisions have real repercussions for the lives of working men and women here. For example, you privatized the custodial staff and terminated many people who were just days away from retirement. You robbed them of their pension and their medical benefits and discarded many good, hardworking, dedicated staff who went above and beyond their job descriptions to help our students. Look at what that decision cost us. You talk about this economic crisis as though Marlborough's teachers and school staff caused it. But what really caused it was a general disregard for the rules, a belief that the rules don't apply to everyone, just those who aren't cagey enough to try to game the system. It's a philosophy that sounds strangely like yours. You don't want to abide by the rules that the state and the Public Employment Relations Commission have established and are charged to uphold. You treat the collective bargaining process and the law that governs it like some sort of obstacle standing in the way of your goals. You want to make up your own rules about what's fair and unfair, about what we deserve and we don't deserve, about what we as public school employees have a right to expect or not to expect. This crisis will end soon, where it should, at the bargaining table. And we will all look back on this time, the 18 months we worked without a new contract while you sat on the salary settlement and earned interest at the expense of our families. And we'll have to justify how we conducted ourselves and the positions we took. There are a lot of eyes on us now, but I'm not concerned about what the Asbury Park Press writes or 101.5 shouts about us in this crisis. I think about the 780 members of the MTEA who stand before you tonight. Will we recover from the shocking disregard you've shown for us as professionals and for the work we do? Will younger employees even want to stay in this district? I'm sure about one thing. Thanks to your efforts, the MTA is now more united than ever before. We spend enough time together at building meetings, board meetings, rallies, team meetings, and general member meetings to solidify the professional respect we've always had for one another. I would hate to lose even one member of this family because you drove them out. The fact is, I'm very concerned about our students and my members and their families. Yet I know that when this contract is resolved, I will sleep easily because I help my members stand up for themselves. I help make this association a family. You've been doing a lot of pushing over the years, but let me assure you, that ends now. For members of the board, your children got a first-class education in Marlborough, and some of them enjoy that education now. But you're trying to slam the door on this generation of children. That's not the kind of leadership this district deserves, and each one of you should know that. The fact that you don't is why we are at the brink of this precipice. History and this community will judge you accordingly.